But that severe thunderstorm warning is not only because of the hail and the size it is right now, but also because of the winds. We've had wind gusts up to around 50 miles per hour. We'll continue to see this track up to the northeast. You can see everything underneath me was flooded. I'm standing in mud and sediment right now. And this, on this dead end sign here, gives us an idea of just how high that water level was with that debris. There are still several areas around here where there's quite a bit of standing water. That thunderstorm, it's not moving an awful lot, so it's dumping a ton of rain in a short amount of time here. It's dumping a little bit of hail likely within the middle of that thing also, probably some smaller pea-sized hail. Nonetheless, there is a lot of moisture that's currently hitting the ground. I've got to tell you, driving up to this location here, Medical Lake High School, seeing the smoke, it's breathtaking. This is a horrible, horrible scene that we are seeing here behind us. Just take a look at how massive the smoke plume is. The smoke plume from this is huge. Yeah. We're talking tens of thousands of feet up in the air, so we can see it on radar and we can see it on satellite. That's exactly where I want to start right now. Infrared satellite, infrared meaning we're able to see it at night, and look how big that thing has gotten over the last couple of hours. And I gotta say, my forecaster heart was made very happy when I arrived here and saw the free giveaway. It's a beanie, something to keep your head warm during the game today. It is going to be messy out there. Bring the rain gear, and hey, I'm not a sports expert. I know we have a couple in the studio that we'll hear from in just a second, but I think ball security might be one of those keys to the game tomorrow. We have our friend Alma here who just got some ice cream. Alma, what kind of ice cream did you get?
I got vanilla.
Vanilla ice cream, and is it tasty?
Yeah.
Yeah, if other people come out, should they get some ice cream?
Yeah.
You heard it from Alma, the expert right here. Get some ice cream. We're going to talk about why right now. Let's get into that weather forecast. Check out this light pillar from down in Pullman. Our friend Jeff sent this one in. This is notable because it means we have ice crystals down into our lower levels of the atmosphere. We get the light reflecting off those ice crystals. That's how we get that cool light pillar right there. Jeff, that's a great eye and a great photo. Thank you for sending that one our way. This is where we've seen some people start to fishtail, get a little bit sideways as they pulled from those arterials such as Maple or Ash onto these side streets such as Central. And you can see even snow depth right where I'm at here, still a couple of inches there on the roads. There is not a single place in the inland Northwest reporting temperatures over 20 degrees right now. It is cold across the entirety of the region, and it's not going to warm up much tomorrow. I ran into a gentleman at the grocery store the other day who told me he loves it when I forecast extremely hot temperatures because him and his buddies go golfing and there isn't that much competition on the golf course. Sir, I have great news for you. Friday, it's looking extremely hot. Temperature 105.
Meteorologist Justin Spinnie with us tonight.
Hey there, Sean. And off the top of the show, I mentioned pretty quiet weather for us. Most of us, though. The LC Valley right now is wondering what in the world I'm talking about because our biggest thunderstorm of the day is currently moving through the LC Valley, probably right about at the end of it right now. But take a look at our radar here over the last 30 minutes. This was a good one, mainly in the way that it was a prolific lightning producer. 24 lightning strikes over the last 30 minutes, and at the peak of this thing, right as it was headed into the valley, we were seeing over 30 lightning strikes in a 15-minute window. So again, a lot of lightning, a lot of it right within town there into Lewiston, Clarkston, and Asotin. It has showed signs that it's been weakening here over the last 10 to 15 minutes, so eventually this thunderstorm will fall apart as it continues that track to the north-northeast and up toward areas like the Palouse. But if you're still along that 195 or 95 corridor just to the north of the LC Valley, get ready for that thunderstorm to move your direction. Some heavy rain right within the center of it. The rest of us, here's the high temperatures that we've seen today. 83 our high temperature at the Spokane International Airport, 85 in Moses Lake, and 88 for our high temperature today in the LC Valley, helping with a little bit of that instability. Air quality has improved overall tonight, but I do expect a little bit of haze to stick around, especially in the areas of northeast Washington and central Washington through the night and into early tomorrow morning. But air quality should continue to improve over the next few days as we start to look toward late tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, though that's when our chances of showers and those thunderstorms will make a return, especially over our mountainous terrain. We'll talk more about those chances and how much rain we could see, along with what those temperatures will be doing as they'll be cooling down a little bit later in the week. Coming up, Sean. That's the type of thing we get concerned with when we see those downpours associated with thunderstorms move over burn scar areas. Fortunately, this year we haven't seen anything like that, and hopefully we still won't as we continue through the rest of this week. But speaking of this week, we are talking about some weather pattern changes, so let's get into that right now, starting with those weather headlines. The haze, the air quality, that was the story to end last week, and as we went throughout the weekend, tonight, maybe a little bit of lingering haze out there. Overall, though, we've seen improvements throughout the day today, and those improvements should continue with this weather pattern pattern change through the rest of this week. So what is that change really going to end up bringing us? Eventually, it'll bring us some cooler temperatures toward the end of the week. But as we're getting there, we're talking about some pop-up shower and hit-and-miss storm chances really starting today. But the coverage increases a little bit tomorrow, and they're going to stick around all the way through the end of this work week, Thursday into Friday, before things might quiet down just a bit to start the weekend. And then shower chances look like they're going to increase for the back half of the weekend. So let's start with the air quality. Many of us have seen those air quality alerts and advisories lift, including Spokane County, Kootenai County. In fact, most of North Idaho has seen those advisories lift. The exception is Boundary County, but we're still keeping an eye on Northeast Washington into Central Washington. Those have been our areas with the worst air quality, largely because of the fires emitting a lot of smoke up there into Northeast Washington. The fire behavior should improve here over the next couple of days also because of the extra moisture and the decreasing temperatures, all of that working together to increase our relative humidity. So taking a look at the current air quality, it's nice to see some green on here. Healthy air quality right now along much of the I-90 corridor. Still in that area where those air quality alerts are still in effect, though we do have some moderate air quality. And up into northern Ferry County over into the Wenatchee Valley, it is unhealthy for sensitive groups. So again, still worth keeping an eye on, especially tonight into early tomorrow morning when some more of that smoke may settle down toward the surface. Let's talk temperatures, though. How cold is it going to get tonight? It's going to be a decent cool off, down to 57 in Spokane, low 50s tonight on the Palouse and Pullman and Moscow, 56 over into the Silver Valley. A little bit warmer in the LC Valley after that thunderstorm moved through. 62 will be your low tonight, and no surprise, our coolest area will be Colville at 47 degrees. High temperatures tomorrow will actually be pretty close to what we saw today, maybe even a touch bit warmer for some of us, but looking at that high of 83 once again into Spokane, add a couple of degrees to that over into Coeur d'Alene and Wallace at 85, and that's going to be a common number. We'll also see it into the LC Valley, Grand Coulee, and Omak, all at 85 degrees. But the change in weather pattern can all be attributed to one thing. It's a low pressure system. So we're looking into the upper levels of the atmosphere, and there is that low. It's been building out in the Pacific, and now it's working its way inland. It's a fairly deep low pressure system with the trough associated with it going all the way down to Southern California, and it's really going to take its time as it moves through the west coast of the United States here. So because of that, that will keep our shower and storm chances alive. It's bringing us some colder upper level air, and that will start to work its way down to the surface. Futurecast model is going to show us, again, it's very hit and miss, pop-up showers and storms that we're going to see not just tomorrow, but really through the rest of the week. And here's what those chances look like tomorrow. It's a 40% chance for Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Best chances to see thunderstorms will be up into the northern Cascades and northeast Washington, but we can't rule them out for our valley locations either. Full look at our 7-day forecast. 82 our high temperature into Wednesday, and the cool down really begins after that, with highs falling down into the mid-70s for the back half of the week into the weekend. Keep it right here. Noah Schmick is coming back to talk about the Cougs.